Yeah, I know as weird as it sounds, I would love to see a Comic Book Men video game. For those who ever seen Comic Book Men, I would love to see that video game. I'm kind of disappointed they never did it. It's like AMC Games gave us Walking Dead. Why not Comic Book Men? Run your comic book shop. I wish they would make a video game that on Android and iOS, where you play as a comic book shop owner and you try to, you run your little shop and you grow it and hire wacky characters. That'd be fun though. Like a comic book shop video game. I'd play that. So for me, I would love to see that, like a comic book shop video game. If someone who's listening kind of knows, like if they know that someone made a video game of that, send me a link to it. I'd play it. Yep. King of the Hill video game though. Shit, I would love that. For those who don't know, the producer of the show and I are big King of the Hill fans, so we love King of the Hill. I tell you one thing, I would love to see. I'll search for it. Awesome. I love you. I would love to see a King of the Hill video game. I tell you one thing, a King of the Hill video game would be absolutely brilliant. I think that, a lot of people would love King of the Hill. I love it to death. I think it's like one of the greatest shows ever made. Because it is one of those video games that, it's one of those animated shows, sorry. It's one of those animated cartoons that I just think highly of. Like, you look at today's time, and you're kind of frustrated. You don't know what's going on in this world. You don't know what's happening. Put on King of the Hill and just let everything go, because it's not a religion. I know it sounds like it, but it's not. You just look at the world and you'll be like, everything's not as bad as I think it'd be. It's really fun and exciting. Like, I watched King of the Hill when I was, I watched it with my dad. My dad and I, we're fun, we're cool, kooky people, but when we're in a car and it's traffic, we're kind of like, this is stupid. But King of the Hill is like one of those shows that we will watch, and he loves the Randy Travis one, because Randy Travis is his favorite singer, and God bless him, the poor guy went through a stroke. Not my dad, Randy Travis. Randy Travis had a stroke, and God bless him, he's wonderful and doing great. It's heartbreaking that he can't sing, but, I'm so happy he's alive, and he wrote a book about his life. And that was the book my dad was looking for, in the bookstore Monday. We went to, the bookstore after my grandma, and he wanted to find this book, and it was the Randy Travis one. And the Randy Travis one is, funny, because Peggy Hill accused Randy Travis of stealing her songs and stuff, and I really like it. It's a good episode, but my favorite one is Yankee Hanky, which Hank finds out he's from New York. And the other one is where Dale is patriotic. And Hank gets mad because his license says he's a female and he's a male. And Dale irritates Hank, and Dale goes, "That's fine. Nancy doesn't want me to have lady friends." It was a funny episode. So, it's funny, and I would love to see a King of the Hill video game. I think it would be fun. I know they did sort of one. They did, it has Bob's Burgers, King of the Hill, Simpson. No, I don't know if the Simpsons are in it. Oh, it's Family Guy. Family Guy and American Dad. They did like a card game, and it's like, I played it. It's not fun. Because it's stupid. It is a stupid game, and I just really didn't like it, so I would love to see like I know The Simpsons did a video game where you build Springfield again after some weird thing, and I would love to see that kind of game in a King of the Hill, instead of like a unexplained disaster like a tornado went through Arlen, and you have to help Hank and Dale, Boomhauer and Bill to rebuild Rainy Street and rest of Arlen. Like, I would love to see that. That'd be a fun game, because it'd be fun. You get to, but throughout the whole game you get to like relive moments of King of the Hill and go through storylines and stuff with characters, and it'd be fun to play it. So yep. I just think it's so much fun. So hold on. Did you see AEW's All Out pay-per-view? No, I did. I didn't really watch. I didn't watch Monday Night Raw, and I didn't watch. I watched part of SmackDown, but it was like the final. It wasn't the final minutes. It was like the beginning of it. Sorry, it was the beginning of SmackDown. And I was just like, I'm tired. I can't sit through this. So, I have the WWE Network, and I look forward to the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view more than Clash of Champions. And as weird as it sounds, I hope Seth Rollins wins so I could watch Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, beat up Rollins. But I did hear about the Bayley thing, where Bayley beat the shit out of Becky Lynch with the steel chair, which I thought was brilliant. I heard Chris Jericho won, which I thought was cool. The guy's been wrestling for 29 years, and he went from the WWE Undisputed Champion, World Heavyweight Champion to AEW's first ever AEW's World Champion. So, that's pretty cool. Moxley Omega. Yeah, that was a disappointment. I was disappointed they didn't do that. Moxley Omega match. But, you got to see Pac versus Omega. So, I enjoyed it, but, it was an interesting match. I still would have rather seen Pac versus Paige. That would have been... That had been great, but, it didn't happen, so it kind of sucked. Oh, favorite all-time wrestler. Sting. I know, it was funny, though, that a lot of people wanted to see Taker versus Sting. I kind of want to see it, but I don't want to see it. Especially after the debacle with Goldberg and Taker, where both of them nearly injured one another. I think Goldberg suffered a concussion, and Taker got, I don't know if he got hurt or just got like aggravated, where he's just like, I hate this match. I heard about it. I heard about it, and it was funny though. I had the network, but I didn't watch it. And I heard about it, and I went to watch the match, and I watched it, and I was just like, ow. Not that the match, like watching it hurt me, but it was just like watching them dropping each other on their heads was like, fuck, that hurt. Like, and the thing is, it's like it's one of those matches that is just, it shouldn't have never happened. And I don't know why they do matches in Saudi Arabia to begin with. I know they made like a deal, but it is like fucking hot over there, isn't it? Like, I heard it was like 100 and something degrees. And like hearing that, I'm just thinking like, wow, they could just wrestle outside in the Show Me State, because it gets hot as hell over here. Like the humidity doesn't help and all that, and the worst thing about it is like I have the air conditioning on, and it's just like I don't like it. Like I don't like the humidity, and I don't like the air conditioning. I don't know why, but it's just like kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. So so it's funny though, because it's like you sit there and you're like, shit. Now it's time for, usually at the end of the show, I read crazy crimes that happened in America. So car lover and roadway disturbance. A woman told cops of her sexual attraction to vehicles. On May 1st, a woman who had been diagnosed with a mechanicophilia is a sexual attraction to vehicles and machines recently caused a disturbance in her Pennsylvania neighborhood when she bolted out of her house and chased after a vehicle which she was attracted to, according to police report. Cops of West Norrington Township, about 25 miles from Philadelphia, recently called on April 18th about a woman running in a roadway being chased by two other females. Officers determined that the pursuer were a pair of home health aides assigned to the woman, who was running towards Marshall department store around 5:14. When cops approached the woman outside the store, she revealed her mechanicophilia diagnosis, saying that she was not trying to get hit by cars, she was trying to see, only trying to see them because she's attracted to them. This is like the stupidest fucking crime I've ever read. Police explained to the woman that her actions were dangerous and she needed to go home, according to West Norrington Township Police Department report. The officers returned the woman to her residence, where she kissed and hugged and became emotionally over her white Nissan Pathfinder she called Husky Bear. What the fuck? The woman, whose name was redacted for the reports released by police, also yelled at other vehicles nearby because she did not like